Are you looking into investing into Lemonade? No, not that Lemonade. Lemonade, the insurance company. Well, if you are, you came to the right place because we're going to take a look at how Lemonade uses technology to make the company more efficient. The point of this video is to help you with your research of this stock. The thing about Lemonade's technology is that we can't physically see all of the tech that Lemonade uses. A lot of their technology is in the back end of their app. They don't really manufacture a physical product like a phone or a car, so it's hard for investors like you and me to gauge how good Lemonade technology is. This is why I want to show you clips from investor presentations to show you what Lemonade is doing so that we can become better informed investors. If you're not familiar with Lemonade, they are an insurance company that offers renters, homeowners, and pet health policies. What makes them different than other insurance companies is that their core values are technologies and making their customers happy. Traditional insurance companies are not built this way, surprisingly. I will be going over Lemonade's strategy, sharing 3 things that Lemonade is doing to make their company efficient, and discuss if this stock is a buy. Lemonade is a promising company and it looks like a good stock to buy, but my position and opinion about this company can change at any time. Don't take what I say or what I do as investment advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Lemonade focuses on delighting customers. By doing this, customers recommend Lemonade to other people, which makes Lemonade grow. With more customers, Lemonade can collect more data, which is used to help the machine AI learn. By training their AI to serve the customers, Lemonade will be able to satisfy and delight their customers at scale. All of these things work together and create a system that works faster and faster. One of Lemonade's advantage is that they collect more data than traditional insurance companies. The companies with the most data and the best quality data will win because they will be able to train their AI the fastest. Let's take a look at how Lemonade collects and uses data to price their insurance policies.
Data. The core product we're selling is probability theory, a statistical algorithm that tries to foresee how many claims people are going to make. The more data you have, the richer your ability to foresee and to accurately price your insurance policies. We're able to collect and deploy data in ways that give us a real competitive advantage. When you sit in front of your broker, you're emitting loads of signals about what kind of risk you represent. Were you paying attention when she was explaining the coverages? Were you too busy on social media? Did you read the policy before signing it, or did you sign it sight unseen? Did you ask no questions, smart questions, dumb questions? All these may correlate with the kind of risk you represent, and all are lost in the ether of the traditional business model. Instead, the broker asks you 20 to 50 questions and generates 20 to 50 data points.
When you interact with our bot Maya, you're asked far fewer questions on average before giving you a quote. While you're only asked to answer 13 simple questions, our bot collects more than 1,600 data points. That's up to 100 times more data than traditional insurers.
Maya doesn't miss a beat. Every element of the interaction is captured, aggregated, and regression tested for correlates with claims.
Being fully digital lowers the cost of acquisition, increases retention rates, and earns us high ratings by customers. But it also generates datasets that are highly predictive, highly proprietary, and unavailable to traditional insurers.
It's pretty mind-blowing that Lemonade collects 1,600 data points while traditional companies collect 20 to 50 data points. Lemonade's AI looks at various things, such as how long it took you to sign up, if you read the terms of services, how far your place is from a fire station, the age of your place, and the distance is from the coast. And it takes all that information and gives you a price for your policy. It's kind of creepy how much data they could collect on you though. I couldn't find any information on what exactly are the 1,600 data points or how they even process the data. It would be interesting to see how they do this, but I doubt they would be freely willing to share this information because then competitors may copy them. I don't know of any other major insurance company that is focused on collecting tons of data. A lot of the insurance companies are stuck in their old ways. Insurance hasn't been disrupted for like decades, and Lemonade looks primed to disrupt insurance with AI. Data is gold in this day and age, and the company with the most high quality data will win. Here's another example of how Lemonade uses data to assist with evaluating customers and making the company more efficient.
We've publicized this. We've got an internal bot called Cooper. Cooper twice a day ingests NASA satellite imagery. NASA overflies the continental USA twice a day with spectrometer imaging photography, which is heat sensitive imaging. And Cooper will ingest that and use machine vision to analyze it and will detect wildfires. By the way, now it's also learned other things, hurricanes and other things as well, that it can detect through something we call Watchtower. And what happens as soon as Cooper detects that, Cooper computes some kind of safe perimeter around the emerging disaster, wildfire for argument's sake. And without waiting for human intervention, he will stop marketing campaigns in that area and oftentimes stop selling policies in that area. So the ability to automate processes, to detect things early, to warn customers that that's coming, and to ensure that you're not writing policies in a fire zone while the fire is encroaching, is something that you can do again if you're digitally infrastructured, but much harder to do when there's brokers in the field and you've got to operate through, at the speed of humans. So I think there's a lot of advantages there. And we see that even with the underwriting of homeowners. We use satellite imaging to look at properties, to detect defects, to flag them oftentimes for human inspection, but we can get away with inspecting far fewer properties by humans because the first level of triage is done by machines, and they keep getting better and better at that. So I think that the arc of history, if you like, is that the kind of infrastructure, the kind of building blocks that we have used as the foundations for our business get smarter and smarter and smarter, giving us both a cost advantage and a performance advantage over time.
This technology is pretty incredible. Satellite technology will warn customers of any danger, also will help Lemonade price insurance policies accurately and efficiently. This is a glimpse of how powerful data and technology is. Just being able to filter out high-risk policy holders would instantly make Lemonade more efficient than traditional insurance companies. I mean, can you imagine how long it would take a traditional insurance company to review cases manually and to spend a couple hours just to find out a policyholder is high risk when Lemonade can just filter out high-risk customers instantly? Lemonade is using technology to better serve their customers. The more technology is able to serve and make customers happy, the more Lemonade can scale and grow.
We learned a couple of interesting things. And so like, not so much US states, but US regions where there's idiosyncrasies by region in customer behavior, or customer interaction, or language, or those kinds of things. We've seen that too. So things that we took for granted, like being friendly and open and upfront in the US, didn't fly so well in Germany. We had to kind of dial back the point at which we asked someone their name in our workflow in Germany. So little things like that where we're pretty good at customer interaction. Our conversion rates are super strong. But even at this point, we're learning little nuances as we step into each country. So France is the next logical step. Each country we learn a little bit more about pricing and innovation. And probably one of the most important things about Europe, as a lot of the folks may know, is that your ability to price proactively, dynamically, is much greater than in the US. The US, for regulatory reasons, requires a pretty strict pre-filing of rates and forms and what you plan to do from a pricing perspective. But Europe's a little more Wild West. It's kind of like you can kind of price like an airline pretty actively and dynamically. So that's a big part of the reason. And then another part of the strategy is, unlike most larger insurers, we have a pretty lean profile to launch a country, or in the US to launch a state. We don't need anybody in that territory. So California, for example, is our largest territory in the US, Texas number 2. We have 0 employees in Texas, 0 employees in California. Likewise, in Germany, no employees. We don't expect to have any in France either. So it's a real kind of a continuation of the proof point of our digital approach, all digital distribution, a pretty lean approach, and we can drive huge customer satisfaction, 70 plus net promoter scores, and have 0 employees in a territory. So this is kind of a continuation of that strategy, that rollout strategy.
The digital approach enables Lemonade to use technology to convert more people into paying customers, all while keeping costs low. Lemonade is able to analyze social customs and interactions, and then change their AI chat bot enrollment process. I mean, that's pretty crazy. They'll be able to sign up people with a high success rate and without having to hire and train additional people. I mean, can you just imagine the power of this? Lemonade's AI is able to handle 1/3 of the claims. This already makes Lemonade 1/3 more efficient than traditional insurance companies. Also, AI is able to help filter and organize data and is able to help humans get to step 5 of a claim rather than starting from step 1. Once Lemonade is able to perfect their AI, then they'll be able to scale and grow. I like Lemonade. I like the stock. And I think the company is a great company. However, investing in it, it depends on their valuation. Their valuation looks high, and it looks like a lot of growth is priced in. The market cap is $8.2 billion at the time of this recording, but they are only bringing in $97 million in revenue. Shouldn't a company worth that much bring in more money? I use price to sales ratio to help with valuing companies and seeing if a company is under or overvalued. This ratio shows how much investors are willing to pay per dollars of sales. Price to sales ratio is calculated by dividing market cap by revenue. Lemonade's price to sales ratio is 84. This will change when the video is published, but if nothing drastic happens, it will be around this much. In contrast, Travelers and Geico, a couple of the largest insurance companies, has a price to sales ratio less than 2. What a big difference. This is why I think there's a lot of growth priced in, and I think Lemonade may be a bit overvalued at this point. If you like this video, please like it because it'll let me know that it helped you. And if it did, then I'll create more Lemonade videos to help you stay informed. Take care, investors. Have a great day.